Hey y'all, welcome to the 7th video in the Storyblok CLI series. Again, I'm Daniel Mendoza, as I've said in all of the other videos that you've probably seen in order, so I'm sorry that I keep reintroducing myself, but just in case someone's coming in at this time and hasn't seen the previous videos, but you should. And in this video, we will be going over how to get all available languages within your Storyblok space for the sake of handling internationalization in a joyful way, because Storyblok is all about joy, alegría, Freude. When handling internationalization in a project, you generally want to have a static list of available locales for a variety of reasons: type safety, use in SSG projects, caching, CDN optimization, and more. It's important when using a CMS that all of your available locales and their ISO codes match. For this reason, the Storyblok CLI has an easy way for you to keep your project's available locales in sync with the enabled locales within your Storyblok space. Let's go to Storyblok and enable some locales. Okay, now in the web app, let's go to the Settings tab, and then we'll go into the Internationalization tab. Let's scroll all the way down, and you can see that we already have a default language of English, but I also want to enable Spanish. So I'm going to select a language to add. I'm going to pick Spanish and go ahead and add the language. Of course, you can see that I have reached the limit of locales I can have enabled on the free tier, but this is of course on a tier by tier basis. Let's go ahead and save this and navigate back to the terminal so we can actually run the command to pull these languages. Now within our terminal, we can run the command Storyblok Languages, because this is a languages command. Pull, we want to pull the languages. And then of course, you guessed it again, we always had to include our space ID. So let's go ahead and run that. We'll see some output. It's going to say that it was fetching our languages, and then our language schema was downloaded successfully, and it shows the path still downloaded into our .storyblok folder. And now let's take a look at the languages.json file that was created. And we can see that we have the default language of English. And then we also have the other languages that are enabled. In this case, it is just Spanish. We have the code, the name, and the AI translation code. So now we have a static file that we can use as our source of truth for the enabled locales for our project, as well as you can see we even have the AI translation code, which can be useful if you want to run AI translations pragmatically. If you want to automate AI translations within your release pipeline or anything like that, you can go ahead and iterate through this JSON file, find the AI translation code with the code, and then go ahead and apply that using our AI translation endpoint. And there are a multitude of different ways that you can use this, but those are just some of the main examples on why this could be useful. Now, I know that was the shortest video of the entire series, but that's all I have for you in terms of languages. I hope that this video has been helpful to you on your journey with Storyblok CLI. Let us know what kind of use cases you have in the comments. That is all for now, but more videos will be coming along with new features in the CLI. So remember to subscribe, like, all that stuff that all of these influencers usually say. But seriously, if you subscribe to our channel, you're going to get some good stuff. You kind of need it for your job. Just do it. Do it. See ya.